Hey, good morning. This is Ogle's Fish Room. This is a little female I just got yesterday. She is, I don't know if the camera is really picking up her colors or not. Her front half, before her pectoral and dorsal fins, is a powder blue. Her second half is a little bit darker blue. Not extremely dark, but darker, especially toward the bottom half of the body. And she's staying up at the top. I just fed her, and so I'm not sure if you're getting these colors or not. Her fins, on the other hand, are pink. Not very dark, very light, but definitely pink. There you might be able to see how the darker is kind of on the belly there. The lighter color, lighter blue, stays on the top, almost like a stripe down the back to her tail. But the point of this video is not just to show her. She was actually came in on Tuesday at Pet Supermarket. Trying to think if I bought another little boy. I'll show you him in a few minutes. That's a half moon. I think she's going to the back side here. Okay. Oh, there she is. Okay. This wood kind of cuts the. It only fit in here like this. It kind of cuts the tank in half. I don't know if you can really see it, but the bottom piece bends back toward the back. I thought it fit perfectly. It hides my filter, which is right over there. You can see part of it, but it hides the sponge beautifully. And so the point is, there is another half behind there. It's got a, I don't know if you can see it, but there's part of the leaf kind of staring at you there. There's a Java fern back there on a rock. It's grown incredibly just since I put it in, which kind of shocked me. Usually they're very slow growing. Anyway, I'm trying to show the size of this tank. This is a 2.5 gallon. I'm trying to get her in there. She's staying up top here. But I want you to see what can be done to a 2.5. There are plenty of people that don't think you ought to put a beta in something this small. I don't disagree with that. I would never put a full-size beta, but she is a female. She's going to stay small. I doubt she'll get much bigger than this. I'm trying to do a close-up because I think she's gorgeous. Powder blue on the head, front of the body, down the back, a little bit darker blue toward the tail. The fins actually are pink. I don't know if the camera's really picking that up. I think she's breathtaking. She was only $4.99 at Pet Supermarket. I happened to be there Tuesday when they got this shipment in. I know, well, that shrimp looks huge. It's just a ghost shrimp, so that should show you how small she is. So anyway, I've taken a few monster shrimp out of here. I'm going to try to replace them with smaller shrimp if it's possible, but they are feeders, or you can't actually, go in and ask them to hand pick the shrimp you want. But anyway, but I'm trying to show what I've done to this tank, and that something can be done nicely. You've got a little lower area here where the rocks are trying to hold the sand back for the plants. There's several rocks in there. And there's a rock right there behind that with more Java fern on it that I've glued to it. I don't know if you can really see this. There's actually a hole there. That light colored rock is what the Java fern behind the wood is glued to. So you're peering through the two pieces of wood. There's a piece of wood that kind of goes further back, and she can swim right through there. There's just a lot going on for a small tank. So that's kind of my point here. I'm trying to get it across that it depends on it's not so much the smallness of the tank as what you do to it to make her feel like there's things in there. It's not just a box that she's swimming from one side to the other. There are plants, which of course help with the not just the environment for her, but add oxygen to the tank. Of course, my sponge filter does a lot of that up there. Anyway, I'm trying to show the agitation on the surface. There she is. But she just went in yesterday about 10:30 to 11. I was there when they opened up at 9. I'm trying to make this a short story. I'm not being very successful. There you can see kind of the color change there. Anyway, long story short, went in Tuesday. When they got their shipment in, they had not unbagged anything. If you would see I couldn't even see her. The amount of water and the size of those bags are so small, you couldn't see her. She is not stretched out. She's just a lump in about a teaspoon of water. And I thought she was cute. I actually picked another fish that was a half moon. I'm going to show you him in a minute. Still in the bag, but I could see him a little bit better. His coloring is absolutely gorgeous. So anyway, I went ahead and picked him, still in the little bag, took that home. But I had noticed her, and I had an opening in this 2.5. And so I went back the next day because I really couldn't see her. The bag is that small. So I wanted to see what she looked like after she got in the cup. I got there first thing yesterday morning. Today's Thursday, I'm sorry, I should have said that. Yesterday is Wednesday. They get them in on Tuesday. Went back Wednesday morning to look at her and thought she was incredible and bought her. And here she is. Anyway, she was only $4.99. But the point I'm trying to make about these small tanks is that if you do something to them, if you make it to where they have things to swim around, they have, in other words, you haven't seen her run up against, go from one wall to the other yet, okay, because there are things in here that she can explore and look at and find pieces of food. I mean, there's just stuff here. Okay, enough of that tank. Where's the, sorry, I was going to show you the little boy over here, but I don't see him right now. One of my placats. Okay, I'm trying not to do that today. I'm trying not to show so much. These are my other tanks here. There's a little blue boy. There is a new Betta in here, but I don't see him right at the, oh, he's in the back. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm trying to, okay, this is the little boy I was trying to explain to you. Now, he's in, this is a tin with a divider in the middle. He's in the left half. He is what I bought Tuesday. You have not seen him. He is breathtaking. He is considered a half moon, but look at these colors. Just breathtaking. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I consider him very small, very young. He will grow, so that's why he is not in a 2.5. He's in this 5. That's his tank there. Look at these colors. Oh, God. Isn't that beautiful? Look at his... the white spots on his, around his eyes. Just... he's very unusual. He is just gorgeous. Anyway, I bought him Tuesday, still in a little bag. I can see him enough that I'm going, oh, my God. He's freaking gorgeous. It's a little female that I couldn't see. Now, again, this is a 5. This is another half moon. This one, however, came from PetSmart. This one here. I thought he was gorgeous. He's actually considered a dragon scale, but I don't think we're going to see evidence of that until he's older. That's what his cup was listed as. Anyway, let me scoot over here to, I'm trying to, okay, let me balance my, okay. Where is she? There she is. Oh, she's right there. Okay. This is my other female. Now, this one I bought from PetSmart, and she was considered, good Lord, she was only $3.99, but that's not the point. Look at her finnage. She's considered I've never seen one before, but she's considered a veil tail female. If you notice the tail, it's not rounded like the other one. It is long and pointy, or ovally, or whatever you want to call it. But it's not just your typical female. Same thing with the dorsal and ventral, not ventral, pectoral fins is, they're long and pointy. I think she's gorgeous. I mean, yes, her coloring is gorgeous too, but her finnage is very unique. Once again, this one came from PetSmart, was $3.99, and but I've never seen one before, so you might have to look kind of hard. But what I'm showing here, and I'm going to cut this off in just a second, is what I've done to the 2.5 gallon tank. Okay, now this one's got two. You can see the agitation on top. This has got two different sponge filters. If you would see, well, I think I have shown you a video. When I clean these sponge filters, it's absolutely amazing the dirt that comes out of them. So I think they just do an incredible job of sucking microscopic crap out of the water. Anyway, there she is over here. But look at her tank. Okay, I've got some rocks here holding the sand back. Beautiful little group of Crips, I'm sorry. These are windy, I believe. This one over here, which is a little bit bigger, longer leaves, is undulata crypt. The wood, I think, is gorgeous. I've told you this story before. I went to try to put this wood in, it simply wouldn't fit because I was trying to put it down with the branches down, and it wouldn't even go in the tank. So I turned it upside down, and it just went in beautifully. I mean, it's just that's touching the back wall, and this touching the front wall. And this piece here to the left, right there, is touching the front wall. So these are doing this side. Anyway, you can see what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of things for her to look around and swim around and explore. And that's the important part I'm trying to make with this video. If you're not going to do this, if you're not going to put anything in, then yes, they're going to swim back and forth because it's just a box at that point. And I don't think they're having fun. So if you, I'm going to say it one more time. It's not the size, it's what you do with it. Oh, there's an old saying. Anyway, kind of forgot I was saying it like that. Anyway, if you make this interesting and comfortable for her, to where she, like here's a cave there, because the piece of wood came down, when I put it down, the rocks were already in there, and it sat, instead of on the ground, it sat on the rock. So it creates a lot of tunneling, places for her to swim and hide. There she goes right there. Okay. She might chase the shrimp, but she doesn't get any. They move pretty fast, and they've got a lot of structure in here. But I use them for cleanup crew because these are too small to put another fish, so let's make that clear. I'm talking about one female betta can go in these, and that is it, okay, in my opinion. I mean, with the cleanup crew, the shrimp, but I'm just saying, as far as fish, plus I had another fish, another female betta in this tank a while back. It was a different tank. Anyway, in a 2.5, that loved her tank, and one of my bigger fish, bettas passed away in a 10-gallon, and so I took her out and put her in the 10-gallon, thinking that I was helping her out, giving her more space, because she was a pretty big girl, and she immediately set out to kill everybody in the tank. So I put her back in, and she lived out her days happily in the 2.5. The point is, she was happy with the smaller space. She just didn't want it to have anybody else in it. I can understand sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna, well, this guy came out to see us, so I'm gonna show him, and this guy again, and we're calling it quits. We're gonna, wait a minute. Okay, we'll end on this note. This is the 20 high. Now, this is 10 gallons on each side of this divider. So, yes, I do have plakat males in here, not females. They will not get any bigger, but I had them in my both him and him. Both these guys were in those 2.5s that I just showed you. So, I moved all the fish that were in here. It was longfin black skirt tetras, and redesigned this entire tank. They have 3 coolie loaches on each side, and 3, they also have shrimp, as you can see there, and 3 autos on each side, because this is planted up heavily. Got a lot of structure in here. This is a lot of room. Okay, these guys are happy. Yes, if I have the space, I will give them more space. And the males do get a little bit bigger. These are plakat, so their finnage looks like a female, but they do get a little bit bigger. And anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up. You have a nice day. Thank you so much for watching. I deeply appreciate it. I hope I got my message across to some of the people hesitating to put a female in a 2.5. I think it's fine as long as you set it up nicely and they have something to enjoy. Take care of yourself. This is Ogle's Fish Room signing out. Bye-bye.